Hello everyone, my name is Amber Sargent and here is the lesson plan based around the children's book that I chose to use. So the grade level would be kindergarten, subject being math. The lesson title would be Zero the Hero. The length of this lesson is about 45 minutes long. And here are the standards I chose. They will be able to count to 100 by 100s and by 10s, write numbers from 0 to 20, represent a number of objects with a written numeral 0 to 20, understand the relationship between numbers and quantities, being able to connect counting to cardinality, count to answer how many, questions about as many as 20 things arranged in a line, a rectangular array, or a circle, or as many as 10 things in a scattered configuration. Given a number from 1 to 20, count out that many objects. So the goal of this particular unit would be able to have students make a connection between counting, their counting skills, and knowing that the numbers that they are counting represent different quantities. The objective of this lesson: after the completion of this lesson, all kindergarten students will be able to identify different groups with the number 0 and represent the number 0 as well. So here we have a couple of the intelligences that will be addressed, and the assessment for this particular lesson, students will have to complete an exit ticket. The exit ticket is a 0 cookie activity sheet, which I explain in the presentation about the book itself. I run down what exactly this activity entails, which is basically them creating a cookie followed by the number that is represented underneath the cookie, which does include 0. So the goal will be able to make sure that they understand that 0 means nothing. Strategies for diverse learners would be to focus on ways students learn and observe that students finish tasks and different things in different ways. So the goal would be able to be sure to teach students to match behaviors that coincide with their setting. Materials used for this project would be a Smartboard, which I think is pretty cool and pretty effective these days, the Place for Zero book, the exit ticket, and homework worksheets. So to start off this particular lesson, I will start having students go over to our reading area, which is based around the teacher's big chair. Hold up the book and talk to them about the book, ask them what they see, point to the number 0 on the cover, ask them if they know what 0 is, what it represents, and things of that nature, just to kind of have an understanding as to what they already know and how much I need to teach them. So through the lesson, after reading the book and going over each page, I think it's important to leave room for questions and concerns as we go through the book, because a lot of times with the younger ones, by the time you get to the end of the story, they may have forgotten what it was that they wanted to say or what it was that they didn't understand. So after each page, I think it's important to kind of feel them out to see what's going on. So after we read the book, we'll move on to the Smartboard lesson, the Smartboard part of the lesson. And the number 0 file can be downloaded on the Smartboard. And here I have listed different steps that will be used to go over the Smartboard and what each slide represents. So the first slide would be the number 0, 2 being when I count 0, 0 can be the first number I say, and 3, having nothing to touch. This means that there is nothing to count. I have some groups of items on this page. I am wondering which ones have 0 and have the students come up and point to which ones have 0 and so forth. So here is the detailed part of the Smartboard lesson. And I think that this part is important because the best way to practice what is being taught is for them to continue to practice, for them to learn the best ways to get them to practice. So when it comes to independent practice, they will have their homework worksheet, and then we will go over the worksheet the next day in class. This part allows for students to have a chance to be able to reinforce skills and synthesize new information that they have learned on their own by completing this task all by themselves. So that concludes the lesson. Thanks.